Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of McFlippins, and today we're gonna be. Oh, what the hell is that?
Stop. Just stop. McFlippins,
What?
I have no respect for what you are doing as you are only buying to resell. Pathetic.
Well, that's kind of rude.
What's rude is buying things to resell them.
Really?
Do you think grocery stores just buy your stuff and then put it on a shelf for people to... Wait a minute.
Yeah, they kind of do, actually.
You're it's just disrespectful. Just stop. Just stop what you're doing now. Just stop.
No, I don't think I will. I kind of like what I do, so, no.
You suck.
Trolls. Okay, let's try this again and see if we're not so rudely interrupted this time. Anyway, I hope that was kind of fun for you guys. I had fun making that little troll clip. But anyway, so that's today's subject, dealing with people and the hate of resellers, the stigma of resellers, that we're evil, money-grabbing, hungry, just bad people because of what we do, which always gives me a kick. It's funny. I think people are funny. But we're going to go through a few sales, too, while we're here. Some of my dirty sales. My dirty sales. Let's see. First one we have here. This is a pretty cool one. I found this at a flea market a few weeks ago. Made by Mattel, American Gladiators. 1991 Mattel. That sold for $27, free shipping. So that's a fun one. Card's in good shape. I love that it's got a 50-cent price sticker from Toys R Us, a store from another era, sadly. But yeah, it's like a lot of people have this moral superiority if they're just collectors or if they don't buy and sell, which I think is kind of funny because even the average collector today sells stuff. With things like eBay, flea markets, military shows, it's too easy for anybody to be a reseller. So even the most average of collectors of military, toys, anything, they've probably sold something on eBay at least once, or sold or traded to another dealer or trader or collector. So I don't see what the problem is there, because at the heart of it, a lot of resellers, probably, it's got to be 90% of us, I don't know, not a numbers guy, but probably at least 75%, if not more, resellers were or are collectors of some kind at some point. So to say that a reseller isn't a collector is just asinine and ignorant. Second sale, this cute little plush. Anna from Frozen Build-A-Bear plush. She sold for $19 free shipping, so let it go. And let's see. And when you stop and think about it, big box stores, Walmart, Target, grocery stores, they buy their inventory to what and do what with it? They resell it. So if you don't respect what I do, how can you respect what a big box store does? So you better not buy your groceries from there. Let's see. Sold a lot of vintage trucker hats. Didn't get a lot of money for this, but I made money on the box of hats that I bought. I sold these for $24.97, free shipping. Even Goodwill is for profit. The name is a very deceiving name, if you ask me. Goodwill. So people feel like if I take it to Goodwill, it's going to go to where it needs to be. That's not really true. probably, again, I'm not a statistic numbers kind of guy, but I'd say probably at least 75%, if not 50, somewhere, but a high number of Goodwill's customers are resellers. Anyway, so, and I sell mainly collectibles anyway. I don't sell utilitarian items like clothes, vacuums, remote controls, and stuff like that. And so it's not like I'm taking clothes off of people's back, and I'm not implying that people that thrift for clothes are taking clothes off of poor people's backs at all. We're all doing this we're all doing this for the same reason. We like what we do, and we have a knowledge that we're utilizing to make a profit with. It took me years to build this knowledge of military items and toys, so why shouldn't I be able to use it to my benefit, right? So then, speaking of military and toys, this is the best of both worlds for me. Sold my, Sky Striker. Vintage G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Sky Striker. It's got the missiles. I put the missiles in a bag. He sold for, without the pilot, $100 plus shipping. So that's a cool little sale there. I love toys. Well, but it also feels like when somebody says that they're questioning your integrity. Am I right? And I love everything I buy, I like. And if I could collect it, I would. But as a reseller, I can't. And this is a conversation and what I've had with many resellers. Bama Jaybird, he just brought this up. Don't fall into the rabbit hole of keeping everything you buy as a reseller, because you're going to go out of business really fast. If I could afford to keep everything that I bought, I would. I would love to keep all this stuff because I love it all. But I have bills to pay. I have food to buy. I'm fat. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm fat. So it takes a lot of food to keep this guy alive. So, yeah. Let's see. And more military. This is a dirty military sale. I've a dirty military sale right here, but no, I love this jacket. This was a really cool jacket. It's got this gorgeous Italian-made bullion 88th Infantry Division patch. I can't really see it in the light, but that's all for $425.97, $425 or $429, somewhere around there. I'll put the sale up here. Free shipping, but this is a cool piece, just all around with the patch, the medics badge right there, Purple Heart, just a gorgeous piece. But, it takes us time to find all this stuff too, so sure, I may have bought this for $50 and sold it for, I didn't buy that for $50, I paid up for that, but I'm saying an example. Sure, maybe I spent $50. I'm just going to grab something off if that's right in front of me. Sure, maybe I paid $50 for this patch and I sold it for $200. This is a $5 patch, so it's a bad example. But say I sold it for $200. I bought it for $50. Am I making $150 profit? No. Why? One, it took me time to find it. It took me gas money to find this. It took me years of knowledge to buy and sell items to know what they're worth. It takes me time to research these items. It takes me time to clean these items. It takes me time to list, photograph, and sell them, then package and ship them. So in the end, I'm not making $150 in the end. Maybe I'm making $75 in the end. Plus the time that I put into it. So whatever. And this is the last sale. I saved it for last because I thought it was a funny sale. Marijuana horticulture. I bought this back in the day when I was growing tomatoes. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just whatever. It's a stigma that comes with the reselling world. A lot of people got a problem with it. It is what it is. They're entitled to their opinion, so that's great. But it comes down to it, we're all have our own things that we like to do. And mine is, I like to buy and resell. And I can make a living off of it. I've proven it. I've done it before. This is my second journey into the reselling world that I've been documenting here on YouTube with these videos. And I appreciate all my subscribers. All you guys have been great. But eventually, I knew somebody was going to complain. And it was inevitable. But it's something all resellers we're going to have to deal with sooner or later. It's just the way you gotta try to handle it in stride, I guess. Yeah, I mean, so let me know in the comments what your opinion on reselling is. If you're a reseller, do you feel like we're evil, bad people just because we do this for money? Or what? And if you're not a reseller, what's your opinion on this? Because with military stuff especially, I understand where people can get a little touchy about that. I do. Such as medals and Purple Hearts and stuff like that. I totally get why people would be weird about people owning that kind of stuff. But when it comes down to it, that 194th Glider Infantry Regiment stuff that I saved from a garbage, that was going into the garbage. My mother worked at the Salvation Army for a long time. You know what they did with military uniforms there? They throw them in the garbage. Why? Because they don't want people wearing them and for like stolen valor, which again, that's a valid point. But you're not going to wear a World War II Ike jacket into your local bar to get free drinks. That's just, unless your bartender's a moron and can't tell the difference between a 70-year-old uniform and a new uniform. But that said, so and that this happens so much more than people think, that this stuff just gets thrown away. It's better off in the hands of collectors, and that's why I love what I do. I take these items, I find them in the wild generally, sometimes out of houses, flea markets, yard sales, estate sales, auctions, whatever. But then I take them and I put them in the hands of collectors that generally display these items far better than I can. So I'll admit that. Like, I got my uncle's stuff on display because I do collect. There is some things that I do hang on to, and that's the 517th Parachute Infantry Regiment. I try to narrow my collecting down so I don't just keep one of every bit of military that I buy, because like I said, I would go out of business very fast. So I limit it to the 517th Parachute Infantry Regiment because that's who my great uncle served with. And he's the reason I got really obsessed in World War II back when I was like 10 or 11 years old, when I found out he was a paratrooper, and I thought that was so fucking cool. So here I am 20 some years later making a living off of buying and selling, and I love what I do, so I don't care what people think, and you can't either. If you're getting knocked around, people saying this or that, oh, you're just a dirty reseller, not a real collector. Like I said, even the most average of collectors is probably sold at least one of their items or traded or whatever. So it's just whatever, man. But I'm sorry. That's kind of a rant, I guess. So yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think. I want some other resellers and people that aren't resellers too. Just, what do you think? Because, I mean, how else are collectors going to find these items, especially the ones that are buying them off eBay? Somebody's got to buy it to sell it. Just kind of how the world works, isn't it? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Mickey. Click like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We're up to a little over 250. If we could get to 500 in the next month or two, that would be amazing to me, and I would appreciate it. And catch you guys next time.